Yes, sir.
Right. Let's start the workbook. So we have discussed last day. We have discussed our chapter number 4, but we didn't discuss the workbook as I remember. If I discuss, please tell me. Right. I think we need to discuss today about this chapter number 4 workbook, that is word processing. So there are some questions to be answered in the workbook section. Okay, the first thing is very easy. You can do this with me. Consider the following statement and put the right sign or put the right sign in front of the statement or the wrong sign. Right sign එක හරි wrong sign එක හරි දාන්න තියෙනවා. In front of the statement, you need to do that. Okay, to do that, so let me share the screen and okay, I'll uncover the answers. Right. Please tell me the answer for the first question. Word processing is a computer hardware-based operation. Is it correct or wrong?
No.
Then
Wrong, sir.
it is software-based operation, right? OpenOffice, right, is word processing software.
Correct, sir.
Correct.
Sir. Correct, sir.
Okay. MS Word is very first word processing software created. Is it the first or? So what is the first? Is it or anything else?
Everything else.
So what is that? It is WordStar. WordStar is the first word processing, first recorded word processing one. The other MS Word is not the first. Linux is not a word processing software.
Correct.
Correct, sir.
Correct. Linux is what? Linux is the operating system kernel. It's operating system engine or operating system kernel. It's not a word processing software. So these parts are correct. So let me erase this now. Reveal the answers. Wrong, correct, wrong, and correct. And one more thing, Linux is operating system kernel. So please write down this part as well. And it can be used to create many operating systems such as Kali, Ubuntu, Hantana, Debian, Red Hat, SUSE, Mint, DSL, Demo Small Linux, CentOS, Nofix, Puppy. There are many Linux versions, 200, closer to 200 or 200 plus Linux versions are there, which use same Linux engine. Linux is just engine, right? Engine means kernel. Linux is just kernel. Using Linux kernel, so there are a lot of operating systems created. Please write down this part quickly. Right, tell me what is word processing? Yes, word processing is. Can anyone define the word processing? So what is word processing? Yes, we learned that. Simple, we learned that. What is word processing? Can anyone tell this answer?
Word processing means
Okay. Word processing is, yes.
type
Right.
word or letter on software.
So that is the basic idea, very basic, fundamental, initial age. Word processing is just, right? Word processing is just, oh, you can send it into the chat. If your microphone is not working, and send it to the chat. Word processing is not just writing letters and words. There's something more than that. Anyone else wish to try? So what is word processing? It is not just writing programs, not just writing letters and words. It is more. It is basically dealing with creating documents, right? Creating mostly textual documents.
Used to edit contents.
Okay, process of creating, editing documents on a computer. It allows user to create document that mimic the, okay, this is Ronald, so this is very bad answer. Why reason is this? So when I copy and paste the same, you can see. So this is obtained from Techopedia. when you get answers from that, I'll give 0 marks. Right? Be careful. So don't copy and paste because you don't read it. You just type the question without reading, you copy and paste. So that is not acceptable. Did you at least read this? If so, it's okay. But so be careful when answering like this. I know that it's directly copied from internet. So don't answer that way. So just tell your ideas, because in the examination, so this time also we have done that. In the next time examination, I'll definitely give 0 marks to the plagiarism. Plagiarism means taking direct text from internet. That is called plagiarism. If you have taken direct text, you will be given 0 marks for the examination. Remember that. So you can read text in the internet, but you have to write using your own words after reading the text. Don't copy and paste. Okay. Definitely the next set of questions, you will not be able to copy and paste in the next examination. I'll make sure that you cannot copy. Right? Okay, word processing. So don't give answers in the internet, because that is not going to be the answer in your examination. You have to think in your words. Think and write in your words. So word processing is basically arrangement, manipulation of letters, words, anything textual. You can call that word processing. It can be manual, mechanical, or electronic. Creating document, editing, keeping, comparing, replicating, evaluating. So all these things. But now word processing support even multimedia tools. Right? Please write that. This word processing. Editing, creating, editing, managing, manipulating any kind of textual document. We call them that word processing. But now, not only text, even multimedia can be added to this. That you can copy from the question number 2. So what is word processing software? You can copy that from word processing. Word processing. So whatever a software which support word processing is called word processing software. That is PC. It's a software or application or set of instructions used to arrange, process, same thing, right? Arrange, process, manipulate letters, words, anything textual, electronically. So past word processing software programs, as I said in the beginning, it has only the word processing, only the text-based editing was available in the past word processing software. But now in word processing, there are more. Earlier days, only word processing is just writing letters, creating words, sentences, paragraphs. That was word processing initial stage. But now it can also be used to enable multimedia, present multimedia, represent drafts, charts, text, multimedia, pictures, videos, everything can be added, links, everything can be added to this Word document, and there is a software or program or set of instructions facilitating particular task. So that is word processing software. You can write this part also. Still writing, please tell me. I hope you have finished. Okay, the next question is asking list 5 advantages of using software for word processing without. So you know there were manual methods earlier days how it was done. So by writing stone, maybe drawing small symbols in stones, trees, using some wooden tools or maybe bones, right? So those are the things which were used in initial word processing. That was manual. Then ink introduced, ink and paper. After ink and paper introduced, there were a lot of writings came, like books. So a lot of writings, literature came out. But later, even after this literature, and they understood that it's very difficult to reproduce or take copies. For example, book, it is required to make copies. But with this old methods of manual writing, it was very, very difficult. Still, like in, I have seen police station like places, still they are doing this manual copy. For example, if you complain to a police, so when we request a copy of complaint, they used to write it again and give it back to us. So that is the pattern. That is very old, but still that is there in some places. So copywriting is done by just writing by hand. That is manual, fully manual. But then came the mechanical era. So where the typewriters, Roneo machines, right? So those things like Roneo is also electronic system, but it has some electronic integration. But typewriter is fully manual. So this is manual typewriter. You can see this is manual typewriter. It has no electronics, just type the letter, and when you type letter, it will go and push the paper, push the ribbon against the paper. Then, so the letter will be embossed into the paper. That is a manual, not manual, that is a mechanical method. Then came the electronic method, of which is software based or word processing software. That has advantage, definite advantage. It is faster, efficient, super faster, and you can replicate, you can take copies, and you can edit this even after typing. Then make a type color, but you can select and edit. You can select, you can recolor, you can edit, you can recolor, you can copy, paste, edit the font size. Those things are possible. Right? Edit, let's say, or tools, let's use there are annotation tools, line tools, oval tools, like this. Let's use text tools. They have the text selection. Highlight text. Anyway, so this can be formatted even. So this is not a very good word processing software. I'm using just the default editing facility in the preview in Mac. But if you are using Word, Excel, so Word-like tool, especially Word is for word processing. So whatever you type, you can change it, change the font size, font color, font type. All these things can be changed. So these are the advantages of using word processing. It's faster, easy to copy, print, transfer, evaluate, easier than handwriting, and it's more uniform. That means each letter looks same. Okay, if I write letter A here, if I write another letter, again letter A here, both are identical, but it's handwriting is very difficult to have identical letters. But if you write two letters, two places, identical, it is unique. It's unique. Unique කියන්නේ වෙනස් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. තැනින් තැනට එකයි. Identical එක වගේ. Right? It is uniform. අපිට කියන්න uniform. Uniform කියන්නේ එක වගේ කියන්නේ. It's uniform. And it's easier to automatically count words, lines, paragraphs, etc. You can auto count that. So in Word, I think you have seen that. Word වල යටින් count එක. Word count, line count, it is automatically appearing. And can check spelling and grammar. That is wow. Right? Because you can't check it in the manual book. පොතක check කරන්න බෑ. You can't check in normal manual writing, but you can still check this in electronic writing, not in the mechanical even, but you can check in the electronic documents easily. You can password protect. You can copy instantly. Take a copy and paste. It's instant work, very quick. There are automatic methods of generating acronyms, figures, list of figures, table of content, and auto-generate. Even you can mail merge, send a single mail to many parties, single letter to many parties by just changing the address and names. You can customize letters very fast. 1,000 letters you can customize within seconds. Right? Can use macros for record procedures for later use and automation. Artificial intelligence is integrated. Right? Searching is easy. Replacing words is easy. Translating is easy. So there are a lot. I just wrote few, but there are a lot. There are a lot you can write. Translation, collaborative editing. Right? Then group of people can work together and edit this. That is called collaborative editing. Group of people can together edit the document. Collaborative editing. That is also there in this. So please write down these points. These are very important points. Advantages. Only asking 5, but I have wrote around 10. But you can write more than that even. There are a lot. Do you have any other to tell? Any other advantage other than this? Yes, which comes to your mind, you can tell. Come on, guys. It's okay to not to sleep some nights. Just stay awake. That doesn't matter. That doesn't, actually, it's not going to kill you. Right? Don't worry. Right? සමහර කට්ටිය දැන් නිින්ද යාගෙන එනවා. බය වෙන්න එපා. හරිද? මේ නිදාගත්තේ නැහැ කියලා මැරෙන්නේ එහෙම නැහැ. It's not going to kill you, right? So be awake in the class. Try to be interactive. Talk. You have done that in grade 6. Why you can't do it in grade 7? So make the class interactive. Otherwise, I am going to sleep. Since class is boring. In the කතා කරන්න. Okay, write down this. Here in this exercise, you need to recognize the relevant application. The first one is Microsoft Word. The icon itself, it explains. It is Microsoft Word. What is this one? There's a pen. This is iWork pages.
iWork page.
Right, iWork pages. This is what you can see in my computer. So let me share this in. This is what you can see in my computer. This is the pages icon now. But this is also iWork pages, right? So what is this? And this B?
Library Office Writer.
What is this?
LibreOffice Writer.
Yes, OpenOffice Writer. And LibreOffice Writer. This is LibreOffice Writer. This is OpenOffice Writer. The Word Perfect, iWork pages, and this. Okay. So then activity 4.3. I am a rabbit. I like carrots. You can see. So then, so what are the characters used in type in the above sentence? So what are the characters? Definitely characters inside this. So that I, A, so these characters definitely this I'm using highlighter mode. Sorry, I have changed this to tools, annotate, release that. I'm rabbit. I like carrots. You can see. So these highlight parts you have to ignore, right? That is not there. Just it's mistakenly added. That is not there. So just okay. So I am rabbit. I like carrots. Yes. So what are the characters used here?
Shift key.
Sorry.
Key.
Yes. Shift key is used. Why? To capitalize, you have to use shift key. To
Yes, bar.
capitalize, yes.
Caps lock.
Yes.
Space bar.
Tab.
Which
Space
put it?
bar.
Caps lock.
Caps lock. Yes. For
Space bar.
capitalization purpose, capitalization purpose.
Tab.
Then
Tab.
yes, enter key, space key, tab key,
Tab
these
key.
characters, shift key, caps lock, space key, full stop, dot for the full stop. That is also used. Then just okay, please write down that. So what are the keys used here? Please write down that. This highlight is not changing. Don't know why. So the key combinations, you are given key combinations and ask the results of the particular key combination. But here you have to be careful. So this is actually done. This question is wrong. This is done on some prejudgments. Therefore, the question is wrong. But anyway, you have to assume that either the caps lock is already not pressed. Already, if caps lock is pressed, so this will give different result. Caps lock දැනට press කළා නැහැ කියලා ඔයාලා assumption එකක් නැත්නම් ඔයාලා උපකල්පනයක් කරන්න වෙනවා. If caps lock is pressed, shift D will type simple D. But if caps lock is not pressed, it is capital D. If caps lock is pressed, E enter B will type capital E, then capital B. If caps lock is not pressed, then simple E, simple B. That is right. So this depends. Actually, in the question, there should be assumption given. Question එක දෙද්දි දෙන්න තිබ්බ මෙහෙම එකක්. Assume that caps lock is not pressed. Right? Otherwise, all the assumptions that are here all the things that are here will be wrong. Right? Shift D. Then here caps lock BIG. If caps lock is already off, that is capital BIG, but caps lock is already on, then it will turn off. මොකද on වෙලා තියෙන caps එකක ආයි caps ගැහුවොත් off වෙනවා. Then it will be simple BIG. So that is the thing. Right? That is why I wrote this with the conditions. So write the same. You can write this with the condition. Otherwise, so you will write wrong also because we don't know the current status of the caps lock. Either we have to think the default status is there, default status can caps lock is off. Shift K, then shift and after that K, shift and H. So that will type simple K, capital H. If caps lock is off, caps lock off now, the shift වලට පස්සේ K. එහෙම ගැහුවොත් K shift වලට පස්සේ නිකම්ම K ගැහුවොත් then shift එක K ගැහුවොත් තමයි capital වෙන්නේ. Shift after that K, that will be simple K. Then shift plus H means both together. Here plus means together. This arrow means followed by. After. Plus is together. This is saying E after B. Caps after BIG. D after caps after M. So this is the explanation, right? Please understand carefully. Because this kind of question can be there in the exam. There are a few questions to finish this chapter. 4.4. So that is asking list advantages using keyboard in appropriate manner, and also write 5 steps to be followed when using keyboard correctly. Right? So those actually we learned last week. Therefore, I would like to just go through these things without explaining much. So advantages of using keyboard properly is like you will be like you can you can type fastly and your work will be efficient. It will minimize errors and also minimize injuries as you are using it properly, and typing errors are minimized. You can edit documents easy, and also another thing that you can say, so it's useful in future jobs. It's useful in future career or future jobs. So very, very useful, and you can fast typing, you can minimize errors and minimize typing errors. Also you can like efficiently use the keyboard. Right? These are the points. Right? Please write down that. Since I have explained this last week, I don't think that I need to do it again and explain, because you already know this, and you already know these points. Sorry. Just write down what you can see. Further to that, you can write some other points like okay, reduce injuries, that is okay. Yeah, these points I know. So what are the things that you can do? You have to correct your posture. So you have to sit properly. That is very important thing. We learn about the ergonomics and how you should sit. Your legs should be parallel with hands and the back should be perpendicular. Perpendicular to the legs. So you can say upright position. You have to keep your body in upright position. Then your arms and legs parallelly also. The upper part, actually the lower part is perpendicular, and also adjust the eye level to the screen level. So that is also required. You can adjust, and don't touch the table. Don't keep the wrist. So I think I gave these as a note last day. So let's refer to this note that I have given. Okay, June note. This part. We just learn about these practices. See here. In June note, we just learn about this. So this is how you should position your hands. So this is wrong and this is also wrong. And also parallel movements. And this one and this one. So this is not parallel and this is also not parallel. Bend in wrist, that is not good. And here you are bending again, so that is not good. Here, this is the right position. Keep your body straight away and upright position like this. And do some exercises also. You have to do some exercises too. If you are using this for a long time, better you do some exercises. And refrain from refrain from keeping your hands, body in bad posture. Touch key smoothly. So that is really wanted, because some students think, so the enter key is large and space key is large. Why these keys are large? So we need to hit hard. No, it's not right. Since keys are large, don't hit them hard. So these keys are also similar. The only thing is like just to highlight and proper visibility, they have enhanced the key size, not to hit hard. So touch these keys smoothly, it will work. Otherwise, the keys will be damaged. And if you are using the keyboard for a long time, take a rest or do some exercise. So these two things, please write down. This is activity 4.4. Okay, 4.5. Activity 4 in 4.5, you need to find the keys. So which keys you are going to use to type these keys? J key. J key is, you can see the keyboard, just see the J key. You have to use the index finger in your right hand. This one, Q. S key. S is in the left side of your keyboard. A, S, D, F. S is assigned to B key. So just see the keyboard and decide, right? So this kind of question can be there in the examination as well. So be careful. You need to write, which finger can type which keys. Okay, so let's do something like this. Can you tell, so what are the keys assigned to these fingers? That is easy, I think. Then you know. So this finger, index finger of the left hand. So what are the keys assigned? Left hand index finger. Yes. Tell me the keys assigned to this.
D.
D?
A. Sorry, sir.
Now, index finger, may D වලින් තියෙන finger එකට assign කරලා තියෙන characters අම්මා. So what are the characters? Yes,
F G
F G, then
T
R.
R,
T
okay,
T
C.
B,
V.
B, okay.
C.
C is also here. Don't guess. And don't guess, just tell me by looking at the note.
H.
Have the note, yes.
H.
H is used in other finger. So I'm asking about the left hand side. Yes.
Q.
Q I already written. No, Q leave. කොහෙද තියෙන්නේ? Q is where? So Q තියෙන්නේ කොහෙද index finger එක තියෙන්නේ කොහෙද? Right? Index finger and Q, two locations. Just be careful. Okay, what are the keys? 4, 5, R, T, F, G, V, B. Right? So those are the keys. Right? 4, 5, number 4, number 5. Right? Number 4, number 5. Then R, T, F, G, V, B. So these are the keys. C, angle letter. So letter, so finger C. So what are the keys assigned to that? C.
W.
D,
D, okay, D is correct. Okay.
W. S.
E, E, C, D, E,
D, E, C.
X.
X.
number 3,
V. Where C?
Other
E,
is E. Yes. E, D, C, and tree. E, D, C, tree. හරියට මතක තියාගන්න. E, D, C, and tree.
W.
W, C එකට නෑ. B finger.
W. 2. X.
X,
Okay. 2W, SX.
X,
2, yes, 2W, SX. 2W, SX. So those are the keys assigned to this finger. Finger A. Finger
1
A.
Q A is
1, Q, A, Z. Caps lock,
1 Q A Z.
shift,
Yes, 1 Q A Z. Then tab, caps lock, shift, control, alt, tilde, all these keys. So there are a lot. There are a lot of keys. So what are the keys? So you can say tilde, I never tilde. It is a 1 Q A Z. Not just that, you can type tab, caps lock, shift, alt, these keys, right? Shift, alt, control. These keys are assigned to this finger. Okay, then the other fingers. Okay, other fingers also, you need to find out what are the keys then. So similarly, 6, 7, YU, HJ, NM. 6, 7, YU, HJ, NM. තියෙන පිළිවෙල හිතන්න. So that is assigned to the index finger. හරි, index finger එකට තමයි වැඩි. 6 සහ 7, sorry, 6, 7, 5, 4, ඊට පස්සේ 6, 7, Y, U, H, J, N, M. Right, Y, U, H, J, N, M. So these are the keys assigned to the Q finger. Q finger. Then tell me about, so what about R finger? R finger? 8 IK,
IKM.
8 IK, semicolon, right? Semicolon, no less than. 8 IK, semicolon. Then what about the S finger?
9 0
Nine,
9
not 0. 9 OL dot.
dot.
9 OL dot and yes, 9 OL dot. So that is assigned 9 OL dot or L and alt key of the particular site, ALT key of the particular site is assigned to that finger. Then the T finger. 0P, yes, 0P, colon, question mark, arrow key, shift, enter.
Question mark, bracket.
All these keys, the enter, delete, backspace, bracket, braces, pipe mark, backslash, shift, quotation, arrow keys. Then E and P, EP wallet, Windows key and space keys. Space key and Windows keys. So likewise, you need to remember all the keys assigned to all the fingers. Please remember that. So that means you need to remember the keyboard. Right, that is all. Okay, I'm going to erase this. You can now write the question. Okay, with that, I think time is up. I'll stop from here. There are few activities to be discussed, and I'll be doing that next week and finish the chapter and start the new programming chapter. Then, good night. See you all next week.
Good night, sir.
Good night, sir.